Ahsoka's Season 1 finale saw Hayden Christensen return as Anakin Skywalker again, but this time in a very different form. Christensen had previously reprised his iconic role from the Star Wars prequel trilogy in Ahsoka episodes 4, 5, and 7. Anakin yet again acted as a mentor to Ahsoka Tano throughout Ahsoka's first season, and helped her transform into Ahsoka the White and finally finish her Jedi training, thus allowing her to become the master that Sabine Wren needed. Anakin's return in Episode 8, while brief, holds an additional amount of importance, not just for Ahsoka Season 2, but also for all of Star Wars. Anakin Skywalker has appeared as a Force ghost before, most notably in Return of the Jedi alongside Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda. Sebastian Shaw originally stood in as the human version of Anakin Skywalker's Force ghost before being replaced with archival footage of Christensen from the prequels for the 2004 special edition of Return of the Jedi. The move by George Lucas was initially controversial, but with Christensen now appearing as Anakin's Force ghost in Ahsoka, it helps create continuity. Hayden Christensen finally gets to be Anakin's true Force ghost again. Anakin Skywalker's previous appearance in the World Between Worlds had been deeply mysterious because he seemed to still carry a certain darkness. There, he wore outfits Ahsoka had seen him in before, perhaps hinting this wasn't the real Anakin. In contrast, the Anakin seen in Ahsoka Episode 8 wears the robes of a Jedi Master, similar to those he wore in Return of the Jedi, a gift from the Force to signify he had finally found balance within himself. This is the real Anakin at last. Anakin Skywalker's appearance in Ahsoka Episode 8 symbolizes Ahsoka Tano's growth throughout the season. Not only has Ahsoka grown into the Jedi Anakin always knew she could be, but she also grew as a master to Sabine Wren. Ahsoka was able to rectify her past mistakes of giving up on Sabine by promising to always be by her side. This echoes what Ahsoka told Sabine earlier in Ahsoka Episode 8, that Anakin was always on her side and stood by her in her decisions. Anakin's smile towards his former Padawan as a Force ghost shows that he once again is standing by her side and supporting her. Meanwhile, it's striking that the Ahsoka ending reveals Peridea once honored the Morty's gods, mystical beings who represented balance in the Force. Anakin himself is tied to the Morty's gods, so it's possible his presence on Peridea is an indication that he still has a role to play. Ahsoka may not have seen her master, but she could well find herself interacting with him again as the story continues. Will Anakin's Force ghost return again in Star Wars? Right now it's unclear if Anakin Skywalker will once again appear as a Force ghost in Star Wars, though it's possible the Chosen One could reappear to his former Padawan in Ahsoka Season 2. While details about that are still sparse, with the Morty's gods potentially being a big factor in Star Wars' future, his ties to the mystical realm could warrant a return. No matter what, it felt fitting that Ahsoka Episode 8 ended with an image of Christensen as Anakin Skywalker's Force ghost.